Guess what's back? Back again. The Super League is back. Tell your friends. Subscribe to Stonage and let's get into the video. I hate myself. What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the Stonage channel, and today we're going to be talking about the revamped European Super League. What can it look like? Is it a good idea? And will it fail to materialise just like last time out? If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as we can, so please do. So now we're going to give you the rundown. So, A22 Sports Management, they are a company that backed the initial European Super League back in 2021. Who can remember that? Where 12 clubs proposed to break away from their domestic leagues and form a European Super League, much akin to when the Premier League was formed, and then agreed a deal with the FA to stay in conjunction. So this would have been a closed-off Super League, and of course it was shouted down as basically immoral and elitist, which is what it was. I was totally out of love with football. It really shook me, really. But it's back. So this time it's been proposed with 60 to 80 teams as a separate competition to replace the UEFA Champions League. So it would mean the clubs are in control rather than the governing body. So that each team would be guaranteed a minimum of 14 matches per season and continue to play in their domestic leagues. They did not provide more specifics on that format. This is according to BBC. In a report released by the European Court of Justice after UEFA and FIFA were looking to ban a Super League, its Advocate General said the rules of football's European and world governing bodies were compatible with EU competition law. So, effectively, these new competitions would not be. It is then claimed that UEFA and FIFA were breaking competition law by threatening to sanction clubs and players to join that breakaway league. So that would give the European Super League advocates a legal standpoint. So they actually released a 10-point manifesto for what they would be trying to do within this new form European Super League. So this is via Ben Jacobs on Twitter, and this is where the points come in. So number one is broad-based and meritocratic competition. So this is something that was a big critique of European Super League last time, was the fact that it wasn't meritocratic, that no one could earn their way back up the pyramid, whereas now they seem to be proposing that they are. Domestic tournaments, the foundation of football, so therefore it's bringing in teams from their local leagues and improving those from their domestic leagues, more than local. Improve competitiveness with stable and sustainable resources. So a big critique of the Premier League is that it's got incredible amounts of money and other leagues don't. So you've seen the likes of Bournemouth beat AC Milan to players, and this is AC Milan, who are one of the biggest and best clubs in the world, and they're being beaten to players by Bournemouth, and they play in the same colours, so lucky them. Player health must be at the centre of the game. So there's 14 games a season. I don't quite know how that works. It's a little bit of an oxymoron where they're trying to get players to play 14 more matches a season, but they're saying player health is at the centre of the game. So I don't know whether that would be unlimited substitutions or something akin to that. Clubs run competitions with transparent, well-enforced financial sustainability rules. So the club run part is nothing. So it shows that there's breaking away from a overall overarching umbrella organisation like UEFA, like the Premier League, like the FA, that sort of thing. Then they say it would be the world's best football competition. That's up for debate. Improved fan experience. I don't quite know how they're going to do that. I suppose cheaper streaming, cheaper watching on television, being able to broadcast it to major countries and minor countries across the world would be another one, because people are paying too much money now for football and it needs to be brought down. Develop and finance women's football. Now, this is a big thing, again, that the Super League was criticised for, and it's not disregarding women's football, which I think is a good thing. But at the end of the day, women's football is still growing exponentially as it is at the moment. A significant increase in solidarity, and then respect for European Union law and values. So that's a little cheap jibe at UEFA there. Overall, it doesn't sound too bad. I hate to say it, but UEFA have organised this new UEFA Champions League format in 2024, I believe it starts, maybe 2025, without the group stage, which is 36 teams, and it's a guaranteed 8 games. Basically, it seems like increased version of that. Now, of course, I think that the UEFA Champions League is brilliant as it is. It shouldn't change. But the fact is that they are going to change it. It's like a watered-down Super League. This, for me, makes a lot more sense than that new formed Champions League. And it makes it so the clubs have the power. For me, I don't mind it. I hate to say it, guys. I do not mind it. It does reek of desperation a little bit from the European clubs, but these clubs are being outbeaten by the Premier League, the real creme de la creme of football clubs. In terms of finances, aren't the creme de la creme when it comes to history. And we will see it now, where you'll only see the top Premier League clubs, maybe PSG, and the two top Spanish clubs be able to financially compete for players. I mean, and that's a whole lot of Premier League teams. It's because it's the best marketed and the best ran league in the world, and they've done it exceptionally well in the modern era. Alongside Sky Sports and BT Sport and Amazon Prime, it's the most wanted product. So whether they can beat that and whether they're trying to, I'm not too sure. But for me, I quite like the idea. I really, really do. If they are promising what they are, if they can deliver what they're promising, why wouldn't you be for something like this? I think it's a really exciting idea, and it doesn't take away from the meritocracy. Teams qualify due to how well they do in their leagues. So yeah, I think it sounds really good, and I'd be an advocate for this rather than this new formed rubbish Champions League. Like, realistically, it can maintain the same values and morals as all you want, but the UEFA are hardly above anything else when it comes to that. So yeah, personally, I don't see the issue with it. Now, I'd love to be educated if there's anything more than this that potentially could damage this idea. But on the face of things, if they carry out what they promise, which I'm not sure they will, but on the face of it, it's a good idea. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And yeah, I'm excited to see if this can come to fruition. I will catch you in the next video. I will be live later on, so I'll see you then. Bye-bye.